Please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem and the invocation given by chaplain sages.
Please join me in prayer. Dear Father in heaven, we thank Thee for this fine day and the opportunity to induct new members into the OCS Hall of Fame. As we do so, our thoughts are drawn not only to the military service they've rendered, but to the cumulative service of all those who've been inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame. These heroes were trained, educated, and commissioned by OCS to be men and women of the strongest character. They embodied the Army ethic on blood-soaked battlefields and lived the Army values throughout their lives. Their task was not easy, yet they had the tenacity to persevere. Our hearts are filled with gratitude to be associated with this rich legacy, and we ask that the OCS Alumni Association may continue to pass this precious inheritance on to future generations. Might Thy tender mercies rest upon each of us, and especially those being inducted today. In Thy glorious and eternal name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to the United States Army Officer Candidate School Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the class of 2022. Please join me in welcoming Colonel Frank Harmon, the President and CEO of U.S. Army OCS Alumni Association, and Honorary Colonel of the 11th Infantry Regiment, and a 2004 member of the OCS Hall of Fame.
Welcome on behalf of the U.S. Army OCS Alumni Association and the members of the OCS Hall of Fame. I congratulate you for being inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame. The OCS Hall of Fame was established in 1958 to honor graduates who had distinguished themselves during World War II through valorous combat leadership and subsequent superior meritorious service. The first honoree was Medal of Honor recipient Lieutenant Thomas Weigel. The Hall of Fame building was named in his honor. Members of the OCS Hall of Fame are honored for the following. First, superior valorous combat leadership, which includes recipients of the Medal of Honor and the Distinguished Service Cross. Second, superior meritorious service, which includes successful battalion and brigade commanders, staff directors, program managers, and defense attachés, each being recognized for superior meritorious service, serving in the rank of full colonel or above. Next, distinguished public service, which includes members of Congress, governors of a state, cabinet secretaries, U.S. ambassadors, mayors of large cities, and federal judges. Also, superior public service, which includes high-ranking career civil service, GS-15 and SESs, and high-ranking state officials, members of state legislatures, mayors, sheriffs, police chiefs, city managers, and CEOs of philanthropies. And finally, lifelong service, which includes individuals who have a life of service to the nation and to their community, which starts with valorous combat leadership and/or meritorious service, and then continues with outstanding public service through volunteerism, especially in support of military service members, their families, and military veterans. Most graduates of the Officer Candidate School view OCS and their subsequent military assignment as the foundation of their successful career and their personal success, and this experience from which they drew the confidence and courage to succeed despite adversity. Our honorees today have more than succeeded, they have excelled. And they have significant accomplishments in service to our nation. In honor of the members of the U.S. Army OCS Alumni Association, we are sponsoring this event. And I'd like to tell you now what the benefits of being a member of the OCS Hall of Fame are. First, here at the National Infantry Museum, your picture will be hung for the next year. A placard will also have your name on it into perpetuity, as well as your biography, which will be in the kiosk into perpetuity. And very similar things will be going on post at Weigel Hall, where your picture will hang for the next year, and your bio will also be in the kiosk there. We also will place a copy or a granite placard with your name on it in the OCS Memorial Walk in honor of everybody that is going in the Hall of Fame today. We are honored and welcome to each and every one of you to here today at Fort Benning, and we are so proud to welcome you to the Hall of Fame. I would now like to introduce the host for today's ceremony, the 199th Infantry Brigade Commander, Colonel Victor Sunderland.
Well, this thing's stuck here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Colonel Victor Sunderland. Thank you so much for coming here today and taking time out of your busy schedules to honor the members that are being inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame today. On behalf of Major General Donahoe, Command Sergeant Major Garner, Brigadier General Burris, the Commandant of the Infantry, Command Sergeant Major Gunn, Command Sergeant Major Young, my Command Sergeant Major who's in the audience today, Command Sergeant Major Gibbs, the OCS Command Sergeant Major Lieutenant Colonel Davis, and Colonel Harmon, as well as the OCS Alumni Association. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be here today to honor the members that are going to be inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to be here today with all of you and experience this moment together as we reflect upon the duty and service of those being inducted today, but also to take time to look back in the past in terms of the OCS candidates that have gone before us, that have suffered and sacrificed and have strung a legacy of honor and respect inside of the OCS alumni that all of you are going to be representative of today as we induct you throughout history. Whether that be from Vietnam Air, the Gulf War, Grenada, Panama, Iraq, Afghanistan, or future wars to come, you can count on the fact that an OCS candidate that has graduated from this storied institution will be there present and leading with the same vigor, valor, and professionalism that all of you exhibited to be where you are today. So it is truly humbling to be here with you. Like I told some of you last night, my father is a graduate of 1-75 after Vietnam, and he speaks so highly of this institution. It is absolutely remarkable every day to be a part of that and to be here with you today. So I had three things I wanted to discuss with you today or talk about and highlight. One was the sacrifice that your families have made to be here, because although we're a fundamentally outstanding institution that produces outstanding officers that go out within our formations and the wider force. I know they all come from a family that supports them. And that's absolutely evident today by those that are surrounded. You're surrounded by loved ones, family members, spouses, friends, and peers alike that have made a long journey to come here and that have supported you throughout your career. So thank you for all of you who have come here, who've actually taken the time out of your schedules to support those loved ones, because I know it means a lot to them. So thank you so much for that. The second thing, so I heard a lot of you talk about, and Colonel Harmon referenced last night in his comments, the fact that this was a formative event in your lives that shaped your future going forward and what you did and how you committed yourself to service within our nation and within our military. For me, that was being a sentinel at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I have never had an experience like that, and I've served in some phenomenal units amongst phenomenal NCOs and officers, but the thing that was unique with that was the brother and sisterhood that was formed there, and I will never forget it. For those that all don't know, it's called the Breed of Man badge. So I think we're up in the 600s now, but when I went through, I'm badge number 369. But for the rest of my life, this follows me. If I do anything that brings discredit upon the tomb or the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier or the Sentinels, every year they hold a board and they revoke your badge. And so if you ever visit the quarters down there, you'll see a list of badge numbers and names, and sometimes you'll see the name removed with just the badge number. That's somebody whose service was not commensurate with the morals and values of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. For you all, you are that. And I know that doesn't sound right, but you guys set the tone. The ladies, the men that have gone forth before you, and those that are currently serving through the service that you're doing now. You're setting the best example for the officer candidates, for myself, the Command Sergeant Majors, Lieutenant Colonel Davis, for what we need to bestow upon the OCS students as they go forward, because they are going to be the next generation. So I thank you for taking that time and the mentorship to speak with the candidates last night and bestow upon them what this means to you, because now they are the next generation. So thank you so much for taking your time, and I really, truly appreciate it.
The Officer Candidate School Hall of Fame was established in 1958 to recognize distinguished graduates of OCS. The Hall of Fame building, Weigel Hall, was named after Second Lieutenant Thomas W. Weigel, the first OCS graduate to receive the Medal of Honor. Currently, there are over 2,600 members of the OCS Hall of Fame. Today, we will induct 42 more members. Each inductee will receive an OCS Hall of Fame induction certificate and an OCS coin for excellence. The OCS Hall of Fame Class of 2022 inductees are First Lieutenant Arnold L. Bjorkland. First Lieutenant Arnold L. Bjorkland is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an officer in July 1942. He served as a first lieutenant in the 142nd Infantry Regiment, 36th Infantry Division. First Lieutenant Bjorkland's overseas service include deployments to Italy. First Lieutenant Bjorkland was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions. Second Lieutenant George W. Boyce. Second Lieutenant George W. Boyce is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an officer on January 25, 1944, from the Southwest Pacific Area Officer Candidate School. He was assigned to Troop A, 1st Squadron, 112th Cavalry Regiment Combat Team. Second Lieutenant Boyce's overseas service includes a deployment to New Guinea. Second Lieutenant Boyce was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions. First Lieutenant John E. Butts. First Lieutenant John E. Butts is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS on November 29, 1943. First Lieutenant Butts served as a PL during World War II in the North African Campaign, Sicily, and in the Normandy Campaign. On June 23, 1944, First Lieutenant Butts was fatally wounded while attacking a well-defended German hill. For his inspirational leadership and courage, First Lieutenant Butts was awarded the Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Dale Christensen, Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Dale Christensen is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer and was assigned to Troop E of the 112th Cavalry Regiment. First Lieutenant Christensen's overseas service includes a deployment to New Guinea. First Lieutenant Dale Christensen was awarded the Medal of Honor for his courageous actions. Second Lieutenant Robert Craig, Medal of Honor. Second Lieutenant Robert Craig is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer from Officer Candidate School. He served with the 15th Infantry of the 3rd Infantry Division. Second Lieutenant Robert Craig's overseas service includes a deployment to Italy. Second Lieutenant Robert Craig was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions. Second Lieutenant Almond E. Fisher, Medal of Honor. Second Lieutenant Almond E. Fisher is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer in 1943 and was assigned as a platoon leader in Company E, 157th Infantry, 45th Infantry Division, fighting in the European campaign. Second Lieutenant Fisher's overseas service includes a deployment to France. Second Lieutenant Almond E. Fisher was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic and selfless service to his country and his men. Second Lieutenant Thomas W. Fowler, Medal of Honor. Second Lieutenant Thomas W. Fowler is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an officer from OCS in May 1943. Second Lieutenant Fowler served in World War II as an armor liaison officer in Italy. Second Lieutenant Thomas W. Fowler was awarded the Medal of Honor for heroic actions. Fowler was killed in action by enemy sniper fire on June 3, 1944. First Lieutenant Jack L. Knight, Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Jack L. Knight is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as a cavalry officer and served as commander of F Troop in the 124th Cavalry Regiment, Mars Task Force. First Lieutenant Knight's overseas service included a deployment to Burma. He was awarded the Medal of Honor for courageous leadership. Captain Edward C. Krazowski, Medal of Honor. Captain Edward C. Krazowski is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned upon graduation from OCS. He served as a captain, commander of Company B, 9th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Infantry Division during the Korean War. Captain Edward C. Krazowski was awarded the Medal of Honor for courageous actions taken in Korea. Captain Daniel W. Lee, Sr., Medal of Honor. Captain Daniel W. Lee, Sr. is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an officer in March 1942. He served in Troop A of the 117th Cavalry Reconnaissance Squadron. Captain Lee's overseas service included deployments to Germany and Korea. He was awarded the Medal of Honor for utter disregard for his own safety and leadership for Captain Daniel Lee's men. Second Lieutenant Robert R. Lacey, Medal of Honor. Second Lieutenant Robert R. Lacey is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an armor officer upon graduation from OCS. Second Lieutenant Lacey served as a PL in the 8th Cavalry Regiment during the Vietnam War. For his selfless sacrifice to save his radio man, Second Lieutenant Lacey was awarded the Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Edgar H. Lloyd, Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Edgar H. Lloyd is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer from OCS. On September 14, 1944, First Lieutenant Lloyd was assigned as a platoon leader in Company E, 319th Infantry. First Lieutenant Edgar H. Lloyd was awarded the Medal of Honor for actions near Pomay, France in 1945. First Lieutenant Lloyd was killed in action 2 months later on April 7, 1945. Second Lieutenant Harry J. Michael, Medal of Honor. Second Lieutenant Harry J. Michael is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer from the Infantry Officer Candidate School in 1943. Second Lieutenant Michael served with Company L, 3rd Battalion, 318th Infantry Regiment, 80th Infantry Division. Because of his actions in Germany, Second Lieutenant Michael was awarded the Medal of Honor. Captain Robert E. Roeder, Medal of Honor. Captain Robert E. Roeder is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his superior valorous combat leadership. He graduated from the Infantry Officer Candidate School before deploying to the European theater in Italy. He served as an infantry company commander for Company G, 350th Infantry, 88th Infantry Division. Captain Robert E. Roeder was awarded the Medal of Honor for actions taken in Italy. First Lieutenant Donald K. Schwab, Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Donald K. Schwab is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer from Officer Candidate School on August 17, 1942. First Lieutenant Schwab was assigned to the 3rd Infantry Division during combat operations in the European campaign. First Lieutenant Donald K. Schwab was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic leadership. First Lieutenant Edward L. Silk, Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Edward L. Silk is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS. First Lieutenant Silk served in World War II in the European campaign with ECO 398th Regiment of the 100th Infantry Division. First Lieutenant Edward was awarded the Medal of Honor for actions taken on November 23, 1944, near St. Pravil, France. First Lieutenant Seymour W. Terry, Medal of Honor. First Lieutenant Seymour W. Terry is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS in 1943. First Lieutenant Terry was assigned to BCO, 382nd Infantry, 96th Infantry Division. He served in the Pacific during World War II, where he was killed in action during the U.S. island hopping campaigns. First Lieutenant Seymour W. Terry was awarded the Medal of Honor for actions taken in the Pacific Theater. Major Charles L. Thomas, Medal of Honor. Major Charles L. Thomas is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He entered the Army on April 17, 1920, and after completing basic training, he entered Officer Candidate School at Fort Carson. At the time, Fort Carson was where black soldiers were sent to attend OCS. Major Charles Thomas was awarded a Purple Heart and the Distinguished Service Cross in World War II with Charlie Company, 614th Infantry, 103rd ID. In 1997, however, President Clinton posthumously gave Major Charles Thomas and 9 other black soldiers the Medal of Honor for actions taken in World War II. Captain Francis B. Way, Medal of Honor. Captain Francis B. Way is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer in the 34th Infantry Regiment, 24th Infantry Division after completing Officer Candidate School in 1941. Captain Way served in the Pacific Theater of Operation in World War II, where through his heroic leadership, Captain Francis B. Way was awarded the Medal of Honor. Captain David C. Weber, Medal of Honor. Captain David C. Weber is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS in 1941. Captain Weber served in World War II, commanding a recon unit, and was awarded the Medal of Honor for actions taken in Agrigento, Sicily, July 17, 1943. After being sent home to assist U.S. sales bonds, Captain Weber asked to return to combat. He was killed in action in Germany on March 28, 1945. Major Benjamin F. Wilson, Medal of Honor. Major Benjamin F. Wilson is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as a field artillery officer upon graduation from OCS Class 56-43. Major Wilson served as a major during World War II and retired soon after the war. 9 months later, Benjamin Wilson rejoined the Army as a private and worked his way up to first sergeant during his time in Korea. Major Wilson was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic leadership. Second Lieutenant Raymond Zusman, Medal of Honor. Second Lieutenant Raymond Zusman is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He enlisted in 1941 and graduated Armor Officer Candidate School January 9, 1943. He participated in the invasion of North Africa and Italy. At the Battle of Monte Cassino, Second Lieutenant Zusman was wounded and refused to leave the line. Because of his heroic, inspiring leadership, Second Lieutenant Zusman was awarded the Medal of Honor. Honorable Leonard L. Finns. Honorable Leonard L. Finns is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for distinguished public service. He graduated from Artillery OCS Class 133-45 on May 5, 1945. Honorable Finns is served in the Pacific Theater of Operation in World War II. Honorable Finns' overseas service included a deployment to the Philippines. Finns was elected as a New York City Civil Court judge and later New York City Supreme Court Justice in 1974. His work in public service focused on supporting minorities, veterans, and their families. Colonel Gilbert T. Gembax. Colonel Gilbert T. Gembax is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior meritorious service. He graduated from Infantry Officer Candidate School in July 1970. After his psychological operations officer time, Colonel Gembax was selected as the battalion commander of the 6218th U.S. Army Reception Battalion and was involved in several joint service operations at McChord, Fort Lewis. Colonel Gembax's overseas service included deployment to Germany. His highest awards include the Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medal, and the Expert Infantry Badge. Colonel Carla O. Langlin. Colonel Carla O. Langlin is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior meritorious service. She was commissioned as a military intelligence officer upon graduation from OCS. Key assignments include S3 of the 504th Military Intelligence Brigade, commanding officer of the 23rd Rear Operations Center, and Command and General Staff Course instructor. Colonel Langlin's overseas service include deployments to Korea, Germany, and Bosnia. Her highest awards include the Army Lapel Button, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, and Meritorious Service Medals. Brigadier General Andrew D. Preston. Brigadier General Andrew D. Preston is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior meritorious service. He was commissioned as a field artillery officer upon graduation from OCS Class 3-92 on June 12, 1992. His first unit of assignment was as a company fire support officer in 1st Battalion, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 82nd Airborne Division, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Harvard DCSOP's fellow at Cambridge, Massachusetts, and then Strategic Plans Officer, DAMO SSW, and Army G3 at the Pentagon. He had multiple deployments to Iraq, one of which during OIF, and Afghanistan during OEF. His highest award include the Defense Superior Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, Joint Service Commendation Medal. Colonel Paul W. Turnbull, Jr. Colonel Paul W. Turnbull, Jr. is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his superior meritorious service. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS Class 2-94 on April 14, 1994. His first assignment was as a platoon leader, Company C, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 82nd Airborne Division. The colonel specialized in defense cooperations in Indonesia, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, the Maldives, Afghanistan, ending with his final assignment as a defense attachment in Bangkok, Thailand. His highest awards include the Bronze Star, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, and the Meritorious Service Medal. In the audience today, we have the privilege of having 14 inductees present. We are honored to call the following individuals to the stage to be recognized. Captain James H. Fields, Medal of Honor. Captain James H. Fields is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior valorous combat leadership. He was commissioned as an infantry officer in 1943 and was a platoon leader in the 10th Armored Infantry Regiment in World War II, fighting in the European campaign. After taking a round to his head, Captain Fields successfully led a bold counterattack against the enemy positions. Captain James H. Fields was awarded the Medal of Honor for his courageous selflessness. Captain Fields is being represented today by his son, James Fields II. Colonel Richard W. Blair. Colonel Richard W. Blair is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior meritorious service. He graduated from OCS Class 6-65 as an infantry officer in 1965. Colonel Blair's overseas service included deployments to Vietnam with the 82nd Airborne Division. His service included assignments at the Pentagon, HQDA, and Washington, D.C. He served in a myriad of positions involving operations and planning, including Special Forces training development and force structure management. His highest awards include the Legion of Merit, Bronze Star with V device, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, and Meritorious Service Medal. Colonel Blair is being represented today by his nephew, Brandon Blair. Lieutenant Colonel William A. Bayless, Jr. Lieutenant Colonel William A. Bayless, Jr. is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his lifelong service. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS, Class 6-65, on June 22, 1965. Lieutenant Colonel Bayless's diverse background in financial management influenced an assignment to logistics. Following his initial infantry service obligation, he transitioned to Finance Corps with the assignment at the 4-star MACOM level. Lieutenant Colonel Bayless's overseas service included a deployment to Vietnam and Germany. His highest awards include the Defense Superior Service Medal, the Bronze Star, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, and the distinction of Distinguished Member of the Finance Regiment. Lieutenant Colonel Dennis P. Donegan, Jr. Lieutenant Colonel Dennis P. Donegan, Jr. is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his lifelong service. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation in 1995 and later was selected to serve in Special Forces. Lieutenant Colonel Donegan overseas service includes Italy, Bosnia, Jordan, Afghanistan, and two deployments to Iraq, Tunisia, Norway, Netherlands, Germany, Austria. Key assignments include Commander of Special Forces, Operations Detachment Alpha 013, aide-de-camp to Major General Eldon Bargewell, the senior U.S. military advisor in the Netherlands, and J3 at Allied Forces North. Lead Plans Officer for Special Operations Command, Gulf Operations Council Operation Plant, and finally, Senior Special Operations Coordinator for the Department of State. His highest awards include the Legion of Merit and Bronze Star. Colonel Jeffrey J. Files. Colonel Jeffrey J. Files is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his superior meritorious service. He was commissioned as a quartermaster officer upon graduation from OCS, Class 5-90, on August 24, 1990. Colonel Files' overseas service include deployments to Iraq, Kuwait, and Poland, as well as humanitarian service during Hurricane Gustav and the COVID-19 Logistics Task Force. His highest awards include the Combat Action Badge, Bronze Star Medal, and Meritorious Service Medals. Colonel Harvey J. Glowowski. Colonel Harvey J. Glowowski is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior meritorious service. He was commissioned as an artillery officer upon graduation from Artillery and Missile OCS with Class 1-67 on 17 December 1966. He served as a Security PL Service Battery, 1st Battalion, 81st Artillery, Commander of Battery D, 1st Battalion, 81st Artillery, New Ulm FRG Commander, Battery B, 2nd Battalion, 377th Field Artillery Lance, Herzogenache FRG, and manager for the safe, secure dismantlement of nuclear weapons in the former Soviet Union program in Alexandria, Virginia. His overseas service include deployments to Germany and Vietnam. His highest awards include the Legion of Merit and Bronze Star Medal. First Lieutenant James R. Hammerslaw. First Lieutenant James R. Hammerslaw is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior combat leadership. He graduated from Transportation Corps OCS Class 19-67 on September 13, 1967. In August 1968, Second Lieutenant Hammerslaw reported to the 379th Transportation Company in the Republic of Vietnam. For his heroic actions in Vietnam, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross and Purple Heart. He's represented today by his son. Colonel Gerald Jensen. Colonel Gerald Jensen is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior meritorious service. He was commissioned as an armor officer in 1967. He was assigned as a platoon leader and later as a company commander of 3rd Battalion, 68th Armored Division in Germany, commander of the 116th Rear Operations Center and the Senior Army National Guard Advisor to the 8th U.S. Army Korea. Additionally, he served in Vietnam and Korea. His highest awards include the Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medal, Combat Infantry Badge, and Purple Heart. Colonel Lyndon D. Jones. Colonel Lyndon D. Jones is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for lifelong service. Colonel Jones's overseas service included deployments to Europe, 2 to Vietnam, and 3 to the Republic of South Korea. Key assignments include Battalion Commander, G2 of the 2nd Infantry Division, and G2 of the 8th United States Army, J2 Plans and Operations. His highest awards include Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, Meritorious Service Medal, and Master Army Aviator. First Lieutenant Andrew R. Lepelbet. First Lieutenant Andrew R. Lepelbet is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for superior combat leadership. Receiving the Distinguished Service Cross, he graduated from Infantry OCS Class 50-67 on August 31st, 1967. First Lieutenant Lepelbet was assigned as an infantry platoon leader in the 1st Battalion, 8th Infantry Regiment, 4th Infantry Division, Air Mobile in Vietnam, 1968 to 1969. Colonel Michael I. Maharaj. Colonel Michael I. Maharaj is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for lifelong service. He graduated from Field Artillery Officer Candidate School in Class 01-95. Colonel Maharaj's overseas service include deployments to Korea and Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Key assignments include 3rd ID, Battery Commander, and OCS Company Commander. Aide-de-camp to the 2ID Commanding General, Assistant Fire Support Coordinator, and Deep Operations Cell OIC, 2nd ID, Korea. His highest awards include Bronze Star, Defense Meritorious Service Medals, and Meritorious Service Medals. Major Robert E. McCall III. Major Robert E. McCall III is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for his lifelong service. He graduated from Engineer OCS on May 2nd, 1969. Major McCall was awarded the Combat Infantryman's Badge and 2 Bronze Stars. Major McCall also served 25 years with the Central Intelligence Agency, attaining the rank of Senior Intelligence Service 2, with tours to Africa, East and South Asia, and India, earning him the Distinguished Career Intelligence Medal. Colonel Brian C. Pierce. Colonel Brian C. Pierce is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for lifelong service. He graduated from OCS on August 16, 1991, and was commissioned as an aviation officer. Pierce's overseas service include multiple deployments to Iraq, specifically in both Baghdad and the Triangle of Death AOs. His highest awards include the Army Distinguished Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, Meritorious Service Medal, Air Medal, and the Combat Action Badge. Lieutenant Colonel William L. Shade. Lieutenant Colonel William L. Shade is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for lifelong service. He graduated from the Infantry Officer Candidate School on October 11, 1960. Lieutenant Colonel Shade's overseas service include deployments to Panama, Germany, and 2 tours to Vietnam. Key assignments include S3 of the 507th ASA Group in support of 7th Army, Battalion Commander of the 318th Battalion, and S3 of the 8th Radio Research Field Station. His highest awards are Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, and Meritorious Service Medal. After his retirement, Lieutenant Colonel Shade was an American Legion post commander, vice commander of a VFW post, president of the board of the Nelson County, Virginia chapter of Habitat for Humanity, director on the board of the Virginia Habitat for Humanity, director of Keystone Boys State, and a member of the Board of Trustees, Finance Committee, Endowment Committee, and historian for his church. Colonel Tony L. Thacker. Colonel Tony L. Thacker is inducted into the OCS Hall of Fame for lifelong service. He was commissioned as an infantry officer upon graduation from OCS, Class 1-95, on January 26, 1995. Colonel Thacker's overseas service included deployments to Afghanistan as Battalion Commander, SFA No. 6. Key assignments include 375 Ranger Regiment, infantry assignments from platoon leader, ranger instructor, 2 company commands, and battalion operations officer. Following that, he was a team leader in the 96 Civil Affairs Branch Echo Company, 96 Cab, commanded a JSOC element and Company Alpha 96 Civil Affairs Battalion, SFA Battalion Commander, Human Resources Command, Army Special Operation Forces Branch Chief, U.S. SOCOM J33CA Branch Chief, and U.S. CENTCOM Interagency Division Chief. His highest awards include the Defense Superior Service Medal, Bronze Star, and the Defense Meritorious Service Medal. We would also like to recognize Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Davis, Colonel Frank Harmon, and Colonel Victor Satterlin for their assistance in this memorable event. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of the official party and join us in the singing of the OCS Alma Mater and remain standing for the Army Song. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the OCS Hall of Fame induction ceremony.